October is International African Holocaust Month, our Black Holocaust. From 1619 to 1861, more than 15 million Africans were sold into slavery, and over 35 million were killed by slave traders, making it the greatest Holocaust the world has ever known. Children of Africa, in every hue, from the blackest black to the lightest brown, the world over, have suffered and been exploited under a global system of oppression called racism, white supremacy, for over 3,000 years. This is our global African Holocaust, and it is not over. It continues today. As a people, we have never properly, collectively, or globally addressed this atrocity, the worst crime against the people the world has ever seen. Our great master teacher, scholar, and author, Dr. John Henrik Clarke, in his acclaimed work, Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust, wrote, "During slavery and colonialism, Africa and its people suffered the greatest loss in population and cultural devastation of any people in history. There is no memorial calling attention to this event any place in all the world. The Africans in Africa have not properly memorialized their loss, and the Africans outside of Africa, the major victims of slavery and colonialization, have erected no edifices or monuments to remind their children that some have survived the greatest protracted crime in history. I maintain that the people of the entire African world, both in Africa and abroad, are delinquent in their responsibility to their ancestors until some proper memorials are erected in every place in the world where there is an African population." End quotes. Dr. Clarke went on to write about our African Holocaust, saying, "This is a tragedy of such proportion that it taxes the imagination, and some blacks want to forget about it. And maybe this is why we have not memorialized our dead. This constitutes the greatest number of unmemorialized people in the history of the world. No other people have permitted that many of their people to die and have not attempted to make a suitable memorial for them. I say again, it's like not having buried them." The Journey Home Group International invites you to join us in the first global Black step to properly memorialize every one of our ancestors and the loved ones who have lost their lives under the system of occupation, global white supremacy, and its racial holy war on all melaninated people by submitting the names for insertion on our virtual memorial wall to honor their sacrifices in this global African Holocaust. We are all victims, united in our stance to stop this Black Holocaust, to say here and now that we will never allow this to happen to us again, and we will stop it from continuing to happen. Email the names of your departed loved ones to wallofremembrance@gmail.com and go to www.journeyhomegroup.com to learn more about this memorial wall, the hashtags we are using, the wreath laying ceremony, and all the activities planned this October during International African Holocaust Month. We are a strong people who have survived. In closing, we again look to the words of the great Dr. Clarke, who wrote, The one thing in conclusion I am not asking you to do is to forgive and forget. Your mission is to remember and teach your children so that they can remember it, because it happened to us. The greatest memorial to those who died would be what each individual one of you does to bring revolutionary change to yourself and to your community. I think you should start with a mirror. You look into the mirror and say, my revolution starts with me, and my memorial to our people starts right now. Thank you for joining this global movement to fight back against our Holocaust.